Okay, not great news about this guy. He stands at D. Plus. This guy flashes some red flags that you really need to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not likely to go far in his career, no matter what he says. He may talk about big dreams, but he won't show the effort or discipline needed to actually reach them. You'll probably notice him making excuses or blaming others when things don't work out.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is much more likely to break down than bounce back. You'll probably see him getting angry or lashing out when there's a setback instead of staying calm and trying to solve the problem. This means you'll often end up being the one to comfort him or pick up the pieces.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's more likely to have trouble getting along with people at work. You might hear stories of him arguing, snapping at colleagues, or getting easily upset over small things. People around him may avoid him, and he could have a reputation for being difficult.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is more likely to feel insecure than proud if you do well in your career. When you succeed, it can make him feel left behind or not good enough, and he might react with anger or coldness instead of celebration. Instead of supporting you, he might pull away or try to make you doubt yourself.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will likely feel insecure and even resentful. It may show up in small ways, such as him making sarcastic remarks, acting annoyed, or being distant when money comes up. Instead of feeling happy for you, he might see it as a blow to his own pride.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He usually spends without thinking and doesn't manage money well. You might notice him buying things on impulse or forgetting to pay important bills on time. He struggles to plan ahead or save for the future, which can lead to financial problems and stress.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. You might see him spending on things just to impress others, even if it puts him in trouble or debt. When bills come, he may avoid talking about them or hide how tight money really is.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't really open handed or kind either with money or how he treats people. When it comes to helping others or sharing, he might act selfish or not even notice when someone needs support. If you hope to build a life with generosity and care at its heart, you'll probably feel let down.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. You might find that he hides how much he makes or spends and avoids talking honestly about bills or savings. This can make trust very hard and lead to arguments.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to think that housework is only your job, not something to be shared. You may notice that he leaves chores for you to do, rarely offering help or even thanking you for what gets done at home. This attitude can make daily life harder and lead to feelings of being taken for granted.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will mostly help by just watching you or giving instructions rather than actually getting his hands dirty. When it comes to chores or changing diapers, he may stand around, tell you what to do, or even walk away and act annoyed if pressed. If you dream of having a true partner who works shoulder to shoulder with you, this attitude will leave you tired and disappointed.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues to prove he's right rather than trying to understand your side. When you share your feelings or concerns, he may interrupt, get defensive, or try to win the discussion instead of listening calmly and working things out together. Over time, these kinds of arguments can make you feel lonely and unsupported.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive rather than staying respectful. Harsh words, yelling, or slamming doors can be common, and he may not care about how his actions make you feel in the moment. This kind of behavior can make a home feel unsafe and unhappy.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, often over small things. This is not something to take lightly or brush aside. Quick temper can turn everyday moments into fights, leaving you feeling nervous or unsafe.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes responsibility for his actions. When things go wrong, he's much more likely to blame you or anyone else rather than admit his own mistake. This can make you feel guilty, confused, and alone.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's not likely to respect your boundaries and may struggle to understand that no means no. If you say you're uncomfortable with something or ask him to stop, he might push back, ignore your feelings, or even get upset. This can be very hurtful and can make you feel unsafe or anxious.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or giving you space, he might react with hurt, annoyance, or even blame you. You could hear complaints or see sulking as if your needs are an insult to him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may not be able to trust him to handle private moments with care. There's a risk he could use things you shared in confidence to hurt or embarrass you later, especially during arguments or if he feels upset. This can lead to anxiety and cause you to hold back, worrying he might betray your trust.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not be truly faithful. You might notice him flirting, keeping secrets about who he talks to, or paying attention to others even when he's with you. If being loyal and trustworthy matters to you, think seriously about what you're seeing.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be over possessive, showing jealousy, controlling behavior, and constant suspicion. You might notice him asking too many questions about where you go or who you talk to, or even trying to decide what you wear or do. This can feel suffocating and make you lose your freedom and peace.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, his so called protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. Instead of looking out for your safety in a loving way, he uses concern as an excuse to limit your choices and tell you what to do. What seems like care is really about power and fear, not trust.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the work in parenting, rather than seeing it as a team effort. You'll probably find yourself handling the major responsibilities feeding, teaching, comforting while he keeps his distance or only steps in now and then. If you ask for help, he may shrug it off or act as if it's not his job.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. He might yell, say harsh things, or act annoyed, making the situation even more stressful for the children. Instead of comforting or teaching them, his angry reactions may cause fear or sadness and make them not want to come to him with problems.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. You may find that he doesn't show appreciation for your hard work at home or your dreams outside of family life. In fact, he might act annoyed or ignore your achievements, making you feel small or unimportant.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might support your career at first, but later ask you to quit once you have a child. He may act encouraging before marriage, but his real expectations often come out when the family grows. This change can leave you feeling trapped and confused, especially if your career gives you pride and joy.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to just act polite on the surface rather than treat your parents with real warmth. You may notice that his greetings are formal and cold, with little effort to build a genuine bond or show true care. He might avoid deeper conversations or keep his distance during family visits. He is likely to expect your family to change for him rather than trying to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He may react with anger, sharp words, or even argue with your relatives instead of finding peaceful solutions. Instead of helping you manage family issues, he may add to your worries or push you to solve everything yourself.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern with you alone, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife when his relatives are around. At home, he may be relaxed or open, but during family gatherings, he is likely to want you to follow old fashioned rules, dress a certain way, or behave quietly and respectfully to please everyone. This switch can make you feel confused or unhappy, as you'll always be adjusting to two different versions of yourself.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. When difficult moments come, you may feel alone, having to defend yourself or solve problems without his help. Before moving forward, ask yourself if you're comfortable dealing with family issues on your own.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he is likely to be a mummy's boy and will struggle to choose your side in a conflict with his mother. You may notice him always wanting to please her, hesitating to speak up if she's unfair or unkind to you. This can leave you feeling second best and make family problems harder to solve.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share every detail of your fights or your private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal matters may quickly become family gossip and you can lose your privacy and trust in the relationship. This habit will make you feel exposed, misunderstood, and even powerless in your own marriage.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy stands at D. Plus. Some of these red flags can really become a big deal. You've got to be very careful here. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out often feels lonely, stressful, and draining. You might find yourself carrying all the responsibilities, always trying to make things better while he remains distant, uninterested, or quick to anger.